What's up everybody, welcome back to one of my videos. Today I'm gonna present you another one of my Beyblade Burst series set that I received. So here it goes, the one and only beautiful Overdrive set with 3 amazing Bey and 1 full amazing launcher. So before presenting the box, I'm just gonna present you the launcher that comes with the box. It is this wonderful golden launcher. I must admit, I really love the color. And it seems a bit more heavy than my original driver that I have right here, but in the same way, it also has that kind of difference in shape as well. But to be honest with you, a launcher is a launcher, no matter what size or weight it has. It doesn't really change anything, I don't think so. Who knows? Okay, so let's go with the box first, of course. Hey! So here in the front, of course, we have our 3 wonderful bays presented for us. We have Prominence Phoenix right here, Dangerous Belia right there, and of course Savior Perseus, who is, of course, yes, a Savior Bey. Not with the same driver as Savior Valkyrie, first of all, but with an amazing set and working thing. Anyway, sorry. It's a real cool Bey. So, of course, we have here, in front, we have the character that used Prominence Phoenix. I'm not sure exactly what his name is. I don't know why, but I don't know what his name is, but he looks deranged as hell. Like, we remember how the 2 guys were for Phoenixes in Turbo series? Like, Fi and his brother, I don't remember the name of the brother though, who used Dread Hades. Anyways, it looks a little bit deranged like those 2 as well. And we have, of course, Bell in front here with this Dangerous Belia. So, let's go to the back of the box, of course, with the right side. And, of course, here we have our obligatory shot product. All this beautiful thing that I'll, of course, discuss with you guys, because it's useful. Let's go with Dangerous Belia first. I really like that name. So, we have Dangerous Belia here with all this wonderful part. So beautiful, so slick. And of course, Dangerous Belia comes with 2 new gimmicks for the Bey, and it's also fully on customized to become perfect Dangerous Belia if you have all the gears that comes with it, that you had for Belia, of course. I myself only have the S gear, which is the only gear that I wanted, because the gear for Fafnir, the metal tip for the driver, and the Guilty armor, not a big fan of it. I don't mind it, but not a big fan. So, of course, let's go with here. We have the Belia DB chip. It's a different type of Belia since the face is on profile. Of course, myself, I would prefer if the face was kept like this, but since it's an evolution, it still works. So, go back to my other video to see the Cyclone Belia. Is that correct? Yeah, Cyclone Belia. So, of course, yeah, let's keep on moving. Of course, it has his new scheme that I will talk a little bit more later. So we have, of course, the Dangerous Energy layer right here, and right underneath we have the number 2 armor. Number 2 armor is probably the base armor for Belia, because up till now, all the Belia has the number 2 armor. So maybe it's just because it's attached to that Bey. It's that Bey that uses it, and the design goes well with it. Who knows? And of course, like I said, it is able to be fully customized. Don't worry about it. All your gear will not be lost if you buy them with the different Bey. You can always use them with a Dangerous Belia due to the fact that it is also a Belia and could always be customized. Let's go then after that to Prominence Phoenix. Of course, here's the thing that you probably already know about Phoenixes. Phoenix always has an armor that is able to come off the Bey to be an extra piece in the arena to cause trouble to the opponent. That doesn't change with Prominence Phoenix. It's even still there and has 2 different modes that I will talk about you guys a little bit later on. But first of all, let's go through the pieces. So we have, of course, the Phoenix DB chip right here. We have the Prominence Energy layer right here, and the armor number 10. Yeah, so it's the number 10 armor. It comes with the Forge Dig skit. Oh, I forgot to talk about the driver again. Sorry, going back. The driver of Dangerous Belia is the All Might driver. It has a special scheme since it's a full-on driver with the forges that go on top of it. So it's pretty awesome, I must admit. It has a different, it has a scheme of its own, but I'll show you that a little bit later. Let's go back to Prominence Phoenix with his I really have difficulty with that word. Is the Tapered, the forge disc. The word is literally T-A-P-E-R-E-D. Tapered. I really don't know how to pronounce that. But is the TP forged disc, as you can see right here. And it comes also with the driver, aka the Metal Universe. Here's the thing about the metal drivers. Always be careful, because they could chip out the teeth of your bay really quickly. So be careful, be gentle, and try your best not to break everything. Of course, you could always customize the driver with the bay. That's up to you. So yeah, then we go with the Perseus. Savior Perseus? Yeah, Savior Perseus. Of course, we have the Perseus DB chip right here, the Savior energy layer right here, with a special energy layer that can actually evolve during fights, and as long as the fight goes on, it could be evolved, or you could evolve it yourself if you want to. It doesn't matter. The energy layer will still work anyways. So, and it comes with the number 3 armor. I'm not sure if Valkyrie has that armor, but it looks like this armor goes well with Savior Bays. Who knows? And of course it comes with the Giga Forge Disc and the, Bearing Dash Driver. So the Bearing Dash Driver is the driver for Savior Perseus. And that's it for the box. Let's move on to the bay. I'm gonna move a little bit closer. And I'm gonna need Cyclone Belia with me because the forge. I want to show you the difference between the Nexus Forge Disc and the disc that comes with this bay, to show you the differences and actually show you a little bit more of how awesome it still is, even though it's not Nexus that comes with Dangerous Belia. So first of all, I'm gonna put it all together. I'm sorry about the little delay on that. Just gonna need a few seconds. Why did I say that in whatever language I just tried to say? Okay, just gonna fix it like so and put all the pieces together because it's always good when it's together. So here we go. This is Dangerous Belia. I really love the design of Belia because I really like the color scheme of black and red together, since it almost represents always a little bit more darkness. And for me, I really like it because I'm more of a light person. It doesn't show much of the time for you guys who know me, but yeah, it kind of balances. It balances me and the bay if we have that kind of yin-yang situation, you know, like light and dark, black and white, you know. And I don't say white because of the color of my skin, but I say white because of my energies, you know. So here we go. This is Dangerous Belia. I really love the actual bay itself. Most of the time, I'm not a big fan of gold on bays because it kind of pop out too much to my own liking. But with this color scheme, I think it works pretty well. The dark and the gold mix well together, and it really has a nice design. Of course, like I said, I prefer if the face of Belia was not profile but more in front, like we had with Dynamite Belia or Cyclone Belia. But to be honest with you, I think it's cool to see that it has a different form due to the fact that it's an evolution. So yeah, that is very awesome. I really like it and dig it. Now let's take it apart so I could show you each piece together, one after the other. These ones are way easier to take down than Astral Spriggan. That one was a doozy to do. Okay, so first of all, here is the Belia Dynamite Battle Chip. So I must admit, I really love, alone like this, the color scheme doesn't really appeal to me, but it's still a very beautiful bay, a really beautiful chip, and a really beautiful design. And what is important with this bay is that it has a burst prevention system that is attached to the DB core, to the DB chip, and that is right here. During a battle, that little white peg here will come out and block these things. I don't know exactly the name of them, the pegs. That will block the pegs to make sure that the bay doesn't burst as easily. Of course, it will not stop the bay from never being burst, but it will help to provide burst in a too early fight. So that is pretty cool. And now let's go with the dangerous energy layer. I must admit, I really love the design, the 3 blades and all that. It sticks to the previous design of Belia, who has three blades as well, that has that kind of wing type scheme attached to it. I think the design is still there, so that's pretty cool. And as you can see, those red thing right here looks almost like they're made out of rubber. I'm not exactly sure, but to the way that I feel with my nails and all that, they look like they are made of rubber. It's not flexible rubber, it's hardened rubber, but it's still rubber. So it will probably be able to absorb or prevent high strength on the bay to be able to last longer in battle. Not yet sure because I didn't make any battle test, but I'm probably gonna find out by my own in a very short while, because I really like how these bays are. So of course we're gonna go with the armor. So here goes the number 2 armor. If you've seen the video that I made earlier about Spriggan, Astral Spriggan, and Cyclone Belia, I always skip the fact that I'm calling him what was the name again? Hurricane Belia, because Cyclone or Hurricane, it's almost the same thing. I said almost. Don't panic. So here's the number 2 armor. I really like the fact that they go back to the original color scheme, like with the first Belia, who has the silver plated armor, unlike the Cyclone Belia, who has a blue armor, blue number 2 armor, with purple stickers. This one has beautiful little red stickers. And now we're gonna go to the disc. That's why I need the Nexus disc that I take out of Cyclone Belia. So here's the disc. Like I said, Dangerous Belia is still able to be customized with all the gear pieces due to the fact of those little pegs, metal pegs that you see right here. The Airs gear, I tried it earlier with the design idea that I have, and it fits on it without any problem. If you put it on either side, you either lock it in place or you make it fully it's free to move around in circle. So that's the forges that come with Dangerous Belia, and here is the Nexus that came with my Cyclone Belia. So as you can see, the difference of height is there, but it's still a pretty awesome disc. But this one has a little special thing that this one doesn't have. Yeah, it doesn't have it. So with the All Might driver like this, as you can see, the forge disc could easily attach itself to it like so. And when it's put on, it has a little spring mechanic with the driver. That's one of the scheme of the driver. The other is this little white peg that you see here. Sorry if you don't see it correctly. This little thing could either come out or go inside of the driver to enhance the performance of the bay. But that only happens during a fight, depending on how you spin your bay and how fast it goes. And this disc actually has 2 different modes, either this one, or if you just flip it over, there you go, has 2 different modes. It adds to the height, I think, when it's on high mode, but I really prefer, if you saw the other video, I really prefer the low mode. The high mode, because of the gap between, no, I really don't like that. So I'm gonna start talking about it and put all of this wonderful bay back together. And of course I'm gonna put the S gear on just to show you guys what I mean by the fact that the S gear work really well with this design. So, okay, there we go. So now I put it on the side so it doesn't free spin, but don't worry about it, it's still look very good. And of course the armor, and then we come around with Dangerous Belia chip, put it on. Of course you clip those little pegs so it doesn't fall off, and now we put the driver in. There we go. Look at that beauty. And like I said, I put the S gear on just because why not? And as you can see, it doesn't spin on its own. It's stuck because it has two sides. And as you can see, look, I'm just gonna do this. It has a spring load mechanism attached to the All Might driver. I think it's a very cool thing. It's almost remember of I think one of Valkyrie had that as well, but also Ikaru. Was it Ikaru or Hyuga? The one who has oh man, the name of the base just don't come back now. It's not Ilios, Colossus Ilios. His limit break form had that little spring lock with it during his limit break, so it has a little bit more power and defense to the bay. So yeah, there you go. This is Dangerous Belia. Really love it. I'm amazed by the design. It's probably gonna be my main bay for a while now because, like I said, it's a very beautiful bay. I'm gonna have a secondary bay, of course, and a third, and you know, things and stuff and things. I'm just gonna put back Cyclone Belia. Let me know what you prefer, Cyclone Belia or Hurricane Belia, because it does look like. Anyway. So that was it for Dangerous Belia. Now we're gonna go with Prominence Phoenix, the number 2 bay. So first of all, here we go. I love the idea of the Dynamite chip that is like this. It's an amazing, beautiful Phoenix that look like it's on flight. If you look at the bay on the side, look at that heavy armor. This is insane. It's thick as heck, but it's still very beautiful. As you can see, the tempered forged disc and the metal universe driver right here. So we're gonna take it apart so you guys could see all the pieces. Ooh, that was the forged disc. Okay, take out the armor. There we go. Now let's take out. There we go. So now that we have this all put together, all undo together, here is the Prominence Phoenix DB chip. You know, like I said, I don't like that much gold with the chip, but this one, it works so good due to the fact of all the red and all the mixed color that comes with it to match and mix the different colors. It's very beautiful, and I really love the fact that even if there's a lot of gold, it's still very beautiful. So this is, of course, the Dynamite Battle chip, the DB chip. We have here the base original layer without the armor. So I must admit, it really looked like the armor, the energy layer that all the other Phoenix has, like Dread Phoenix and Revive Phoenix and even Perfect Phoenix. I really like the fact that Phoenix come back with his armor scheme of that one just falling off the bay and becoming a problem for the enemy as well as you. So we have here the 10th ring, the 10th armor. Very beautiful little armor, I must admit. Not that big of a design, but it's really cool. And I love the fact that they had stickers to the armor. It's almost give them an extra personality or extra color scheme that it really pops out with the bay. So yeah, it's really beautiful. We have here the over armor. So this is the armor that goes over this part. So the armor scheme, the armor has a scheme that I will show you a little bit later. But yeah, so here is the part. I'm gonna go with the forge disc next. Ooh. So here it is in all of its beauty. I like the fact that it's almost perfectly round, like the over forged disc. I like the round circular form. It could probably work well with Greatest Raphael and also with Spryzen, but And yeah, I call it surprising because it stuck to my mind. I watched the show too much in English. And here is the Metal Universe driver. As you can see, it's free spin here, and it's free spin here at the bottom as well. And since it's a metal driver, always be careful for the teeth of your bay. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it correctly, maybe on the side a little bit. Yeah, the little teeth here that you can hear with my nail passing on them. Be careful with that for the metal driver because they always break them down too fast. So yeah, be careful with that. Now let's put the bay back together. Of course in low mode because that's the mode I prefer. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm just gonna put the disc and the driver. Nope. Nope. There we go. So this is Phoenix without the armor on, because the armor has two modes. So as you can see, this little silver thing right here, they indicate the two different modes that the armor could have. Either heavy mode or light mode. So to put it on light mode, you can make sure that the silver tip are close to the silver right here. So I'm just gonna put it like so. So you're gonna hear a little click. So this is on light mode, meaning that when the bay is gonna fight, the armor will come out and will come off easier without any trouble and it's just gonna come out easier than if it was in the other mode, which is the heavy mode. The heavy mode, you're just gonna put the silver tip on that side, so you're gonna put it like so. There we go. So the blue are gonna appear here. This is the heavy mode. That makes the armor more stable on the bay and will not come off as easily as in light mode. So yeah, I really like and dig the design of Phoenix. This Phoenix I think is one of my favorite one. I must admit that I pretty much love the Dread Phoenix due to this color scheme, of course, like Belia, who has the more darker color scheme, but this one I really enjoy the fact that it is so beautiful. I really like all the bays that I have, and this one is gonna be my secondary bay. My first being Dangerous Belia, my second one being Prominence Phoenix, and my third one being Greatest Ravel. Sorry, I was trying to remember the name of the bay, but now I just remember it. And last but not least, the Evolution bay, meaning that it has an evolution scheme attached to it, Savior Perseus. Now, Savior Perseus itself has a pretty cool color that comes with it. The pretty light silver and gold that comes with it is a really cute and beautiful scheme, as well as the blue that is represented here, like almost like stars. It's very awesome. I like it. So let's take it apart, shall we, to explain all the pieces and all the parts. So like that. I'm gonna take the DB chip off. The DB chip itself, it's pretty heavy. It's a little bit more heavy than the others due to the fact that the DB chip has metal on it. Not all DB chips will have metal, but this one has it, and it's pretty cool. So let's see here. This is a Perseus. This DB chip with the blue, I really like that. The blue, the gold. Again, with the gold, it's not that big of a deal with this bay because it really fits. What I don't like about the gold, too much gold with darker scheme, is because the gold doesn't really fit sometimes with the darker scheme, but for Belia it really works. So here we are with Perseus. I really like the design, the face again with the profile. It's not that bad though, because I didn't see one with the face full on forward like with Cyclone Belia, with Belia and with Dangerous Belia basic, not Dangerous Belia but Dynamite Belia basic. So yeah, I really like the fact that even though we don't have that much info on Perseus, I really like the fact that they put his chip like this from the start. Now we're gonna go with the energy layer, who is the savior layer. If you already have yourself a savior Valkyrie, you already have this energy layer, who is the savior evolution layer, meaning that these little pieces here, with time and battles, they're gonna just wear down and break. It doesn't mean that your bay doesn't work or anything, it's just that it's changed to become more efficient and probably even more dangerous in battles. So once these pieces come off, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry, your bay is not broken or anything like that. It's just part of how the bay evolves. So yeah, these pieces will come off and become more of a dangerous type of bay for more powerful attacks. So yeah, and we have the number 3 armor. So yeah, number 3 armor. It's pretty basic, of course, with all DB bays. They all have different armor, but this one is number 3. So this set is pretty cool because we have the number 2, 10, and 3 armor. So it's just cool to show all the pieces. We have here the forge disc, if I can just remember, Giga forge disc. I like the form of it. Of course, I won't probably not use it with another one of my bay because it worked pretty well with this one. But it's really a beautiful forge disc. If they come out with another bay that has it, I'm probably gonna just put it on the side to add it in my collection in case I want to do some customization or modification of another bay. But this one is pretty slick, I must admit. I really like it, really dig it. And we go, of course, in the end with the driver, the bearing dash driver, that almost gives me a type of Mobius driver, meaning that it has a free spinning plate at the bottom. And it has a beautiful yellow scheme color with it that goes well with the general bay. So yeah, I really like it, but this bay will not be any of my primary bays for me because this one will be the bay of my brother. So we could battle with two bays from the same series, but different bays depending on how thing goes. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it back together and end this video with a full-on product shot. Sorry, try to speak English. No good. Just see how it goes. Okay, the other side. Sorry for that little intermission. Just gonna put that bay back together with driver as well. There we go. So yeah, here they are. We have Dangerous Belia, Prominence Phoenix, and of course Savior Perseus. So there you go, my friends. This was the presentation of my secondary Beyblade Burst DB set that I got myself for these time of years. If you want to check yourself for these, I recommend to go either on Mile of Tours or Bay Park, Quebec. The link are going to be in the description. I'm going to try to put them into the description box below. I'm very sorry for my English again. It's not as good as I thought it was. So yeah, until then, see you next time and stay safe.